Hello everybody, this is Green Witch Girl. I'm back with another video and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I'm having a great day. I'm off today, so that automatically makes it a good day, but tomorrow I gotta work and not really looking forward to that, but you know, there you have it. So I'm going to do a video response to love and light is toxic, or how love and light has become toxic mentality, and all that type of stuff. So for people who want to know a little bit more about me, I am learning how to practice green witchcraft, but it also, my practice is also balanced. So I do a lot of stuff that a lot of Wiccans would not approve of, but that's my shit, and I do my shit my way. Alright. So I also want to say that I do not believe in light and love if it's being used in the wrong way, but if it's being used to uplift someone up from the depths of despair, then I definitely support it. But with how things are going these days, I highly doubt that love and light will ever be used the way it's supposed to properly be used. So this is from a woman called Wild Woman Witchcraft. She's in the pit. Okay, so I'm going to go through each of these bullet points in her little thing so that you guys will understand where I'm getting it at. Alright, so definitions. Love and light, a term used by the spiritual community to send people love and light similar to thoughts and prayers. So that's the original definition. The new definition is gaslighting. It's gaslighting to manipulate someone by psychological means into doubting their own experience. And we got a lot of them out in the world. So let's first of all start out with the first one. Light and love was originally designed to be this term that was designed to uplift someone, and to, in my own personal experience, to let them know that somebody was in their corner and had their back. When I sent light and love to people, I don't do that anymore. I just say, I'm sending you healing energy, or I'm sending you energy of protection. That is after I've gone to my altar and done the work. Then I come back and say, I've sent you healing energy, or I have, or I'm sending you some protection energy and all that. So when we hear people doing light and love, especially if you can tell that it's not to uplift someone, then you can see where a lot of these people that were doing these videos are coming from. And they're coming from a place of observation and of acknowledgement that this is a big issue. So is pedophilia and all the other stuff in the pagan community, and racism and all that type of stuff. And we also have to also understand that the traditions like Gardnerian Wicca, the founder had views that we don't agree with today. So when we go and have gaslighting, we have people that are, like, for instance, and one prime example was rape. When basically it's be like, oh, you know, I really feel bad for you, when you actually don't, but, oh, maybe you shouldn't have dressed a certain way and stuff. That's gaslighting. Point blank. That's gaslight. You are basically turning an event that was not their fault into something that is their fault. The next one is in the past. Light and love grew to popularity online about 2-3 years ago as a spiritual way to say thoughts and prayers if someone was struggling. I've actually have seen this used before that, but I do agree that 2 or 3 years ago it became really popular. It was a way, as I said, a way of uplifting someone. Now it means love and light is being weaponized by spiritual Karens to bypass hard emotions, as well as gaslight people who do not agree with you in comments. And I absolutely agree with that. For example, is I was going through a I had a guy who was supposed to be my friend, and he turned out to be very toxic, and I did a ritual to get rid of him. And after it was over and done with and no longer active, we had what would be called spiritual Karens come on and say, "Oh, you must be a big bad witch." I'm like, no, I'm just saying, hey, look, here's this book that I got. Then I did the spell inside the book, and it worked. And if you really want somebody who's toxic out of your life, the spell's perfect. But that is a spiritual Karen. People that will take your experiences and be a right bitch about it. Identifying toxic love and light. So what does this behavior look like? It comes in a few very harmful ways, such as microaggressions, comments that read, "You need to educate yourself, love and light." Okay, so let's talk about that little part. So one of the things that comes out of that, okay, is, say you've been involved in witchcraft for 20 years or 15 years, and you don't identify as a Wiccan, and you do hexes, and you do curses, and you do all this type of stuff. They will literally come on, and they will literally attack your practice, claiming you're not really a witch, witches don't do this, oh, you're ruining the image of Wicca when you're not even a Wiccan. And here's another prime example of that. I was either reading Completely This Guide to Wicca or Wicca and Witchcraft, or Wicca and Witchcraft for Dummies. And the author point blank said in a section about witches that do not follow the read. In a nutshell, you better start following it. And this is what I will call a spiritual Karen. Basically, I have a book, and what I have written on here is Holy Writ, especially the section about the read. The read has turned from a piece of advice into dogmatic law. So basically, if you're a witch, but you're not a Wiccan, you have to abide by Wiccan law. If you don't abide by Wiccan law, you're going to suffer the consequences of not abiding by Wiccan law. If I'm going to see if I can try to find either book and see where it's located at, and let you guys know. But yeah, people will say, well, you need to read more. You're not knowledgeable enough. Love and light, all that bullshit. Gaslighting, comments that read, "I only work through the lens of love and light." Okay, so this is a thing I have about that. Okay, I had a traumatic experience happen to me close to 6 months ago. My mother passed away. I had already accepted last year that mother was not going to be around much longer. She did not want to take her medication. She did not want to cut out her food that she was supposed to cut out. She didn't want to do any of that stuff. She was happy and content with eating all this greasy, sodium-filled food and dying. We had already come to the conclusion that she did not want to live anymore. That is not looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. That's accepting the hard truth that you have an asshole for a parent. That this person doesn't give a shit about themselves and what will happen after they die. When she was diagnosed with diabetes, I didn't go, oh, everything's going to be so okay and all fluffy. Like, no, I took, this is the truth. This is what it's going to be. So there is a lot of rose-colored glasses, a lot of light and love, and a lot of, oh, everything will be so fine and peachy and keen. And they're everywhere. It's not just in the pagan community, it's out in the regular community. You have people that, oh, COVID is a hoax. You have people that gaslight people that are rich, that come down with COVID and survive, saying, oh, get over it. Oh, I don't want to hear about it. Oh, those are the Karens, those are the gaslighters that want to silence the voices of COVID survivors because of their money status. It says here, we are all one. They are using fear to control you on emotionally heavy posts like expressing hurt for Black Lives Matter or fear for COVID. COVID has brought out a lot of nastiness, a lot of really just bad juju. And what it has done is it has shown people what other people really are like. But light and love can still be used, but you don't use it in a way that degrades and ignores other people's experiences, what other people have gone through. And I think that's very important to understand and to get. That let's don't silence voices because of their economic status. It don't matter if you're rich or poor, you're sort of going to be dead. COVID will kill you, no matter what it is. So light and love has turned to this toxic thing. Fluffy bunny witches, they do the same thing after they supposedly have been in the craft for 3 or 4 years. But we need to put an end to this and say, okay, don't use it in the way that it's being used today. And also, same thing is getting rid of the words black and white magic. Magic is magic. It doesn't matter. It says here, long answer. You might want to think about the implications on using a term that has been used to attack, bypass, and gaslight large members of the community. The ways we use our words matters, and unless we're telling someone that you are sending them love and light to be helpful and heal, it's probably not worth saying. And then she says, what else can you say? Be genuine. Take an extra 5 seconds to type something original and meaningful. If you're taking time out of your day to invest in someone else, you owe both yourself and them a genuine response. Saying something like light and love indicate that you didn't really want to take part, or don't know how to respond. Humanize each other with words. Or humanize each other. But yeah. So light and love has become very toxic. It has become something that has been a way of, oh, I don't know what to say, or I don't want to be really part of the conversation, but I don't want to appear like I don't give a damn, so I'm just going to type it. Don't. I don't type it anymore because of what it has turned into, and I don't pay attention to people going, oh, that's not how real witches do it, or trying to degrade my path or whatever. I just live authentically, live the way that I'm supposed to, and try to be a better witch. And not just a good witch, but a better witch, a great witch, and somebody that people can look up to when I'm in my 80s and 90s. Alright, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy the video. And until next time, may be happy, healthy, and most importantly, be safe, everyone. Bye.